You have a mic right there. Come on up. Switching mics.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
Shabbat
Shalom.
Shalom.
On behalf of the Temple B'nai Torah Board of Directors, I'd like to welcome everyone to a very special Shabbat. We have board installation and volunteer appreciation and lots of things going on tonight.
Very emotional.
And I also want to welcome the Kamano family and congratulations tomorrow morning, Mazel Tov, on Amelia's bat mitzvah. And I would love to have everyone also attend our next couple of weeks. Next week we have services again here. On the 27th, we will have services with the entire community for Pride Shabbat at Temple Bethel. And then in July, we have some not so regular services going on. We're not going to be having services here in the sanctuary. Instead, we're going to have a number of different Shabbat opportunities throughout the month. On July 11th, we'll have a Shabbat bring your own dinner and let's get together in the park. And there are lots of other July offerings, but we won't be having our regular traditional services. So look for those in the weekly email. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Carol. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Delightful to be here with you all. We are going to begin with lighting our Shabbat candles. On page 2, I'm going to invite up the Kamano family. We'll invite up Wendy, Rodrigo. What, you're looking at me like, which ones am I going to call up? Rodrigo, Esther, Amelia, Maya. Carol, if you want to come up, please do. Come on up. We didn't do the tricky part beforehand, which is, well, getting the wax off. But you can go ahead and use the match to light this one candle, and then you'll use that candle and light these candles. It's like a whole... Not the right person for this. I don't have nails. Yeah. I prefer to just watch everyone struggle.
The pre-candle lighting prep. We should have a nigun for this, for the
the moment.
pre-candle lighting,
I've got one
for the
from,
future. Exactly. Yeah. Ah.
So close. We got it.
This is how you really become a bat mitzvah. If you really become a mitzvah, if you can do that.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר של שבת.
And Amelia, I'm going to have you pick up that Kiddush cup. And before we say our blessing, you can pick it up. Yeah. Our tradition here is to share any simchas, any joyous events of the week, month, year, whatever. So if anyone has a simcha to share, you can raise your hand. We'll start over here. Do you have any simchas to share? What?
Nothing big happening this weekend.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Amelia is becoming a bat mitzvah tomorrow. You have a birthday coming up, right? Yeah. Mazel tov. Irene? Tomorrow night. Whoa. New roller skating rink in Issaquah. Amazing. What's it called? Rock and roll rink, everyone. Okay, amazing. Andy. Yay.
Woohoo!
Welcome home, AJ. So glad you're here. Susan.
Oh.
I won't ask what part of that is Simba. Yay for Artie. Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Happy
So-
birthday, Harmony.
AJ. Sky just graduated high school.
Oh,
Beautiful. Anything else? Any other simchas? Going once, going twice. Okay. All right. Hold that cup up high. You can hold your Kiddush cup up if you would like to. We'll join together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu mitzvotav v'ratzavanu. Shabbat kodsho, Yahava uvratzon, hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit, ki hu yom techila, lemikra'e kodesh, zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim. Kiranu v'acharta, v'atanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, be'ahava uratzon, inchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. L'chaim.
L'chaim.
You get to have a sip of the only actual juice in this room. Everyone else have your pretend juice. Take a sip. L'chaim. Oh, or if you're Milo, have some of my water. It's fine. All right. You can put that down and have a seat. Thank you very much. We're going to continue on page 13 with Ya'alo Sadai from Psalm 96, welcoming in Shabbat. Are we in A minor? Are you doing like actually A minor? Oh, wow. Woo. Okay.
יעלו שדי בכל אשר בו יעלו שדי איי 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 יעלו שדי בכל אשר בו יעלו שדי איי 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 אז ירננו כל עצי יער אז ירננו כל עצי אז ירננו כל עצי יער אז ירננו כל עצי יער יעלו שדי לכל אשר בו יעלו שדי איי 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 יעלו שדי לכל אשר בו יעלו שדי איי 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 איי
We continue. Whew. It was such a good, it was just such a good. I don't have a word for it. It was just so good. On page 20, we'll continue with the words of Lachado D, welcoming in the Sabbath bride. Indeed. You can say hi. That's the whole point. Hi. Hi.
dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. Lechat dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Yishmianu el hamilchad, Adonai echad, Yishmo echad, L'shem tiferet v'litchila. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha, ki mekor habracha, mirash mikedem nesucha, sof ma'aseh v'machshavah techila. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. Yitoreli, yitoreli, ki va'orech u'mi'ori, uri uri, shir taberi, kavod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. Oy v'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha u'tzola, toch emunei am segula. Boi chala, lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabela.
Page 28. We continue with Baruch Hu.
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. La 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. La 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
May be seated. We continue now on page 32 with Ahavat Olam, giving thanks for the gift of love that we receive through the wisdom of Torah.
לימדת, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו, קומנו נשיח בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך, ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד, כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגה יומם ולילה, נגה יומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I am Andy. I am Andy Held, Temple President. Good evening and thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for showing up. And I don't just mean tonight. Every Shabbat, for me, is a bit about gratitude for my life, for my family, for this community. Tonight, in particular, for the temple, is about gratitude. Gratitude for all the people who show up, who lend a hand, and honestly make this synagogue feel like home. And that means most of you, because almost all of you are our incredible volunteers. Seriously, where would we be without you? Whether you're baking cookies, all of which I believe tonight were baked by volunteers, greeting newcomers, organizing programs, or just being that friendly face that makes everything better, you help make this place what it is, a community. I rarely go online. I don't know a whole lot of Hebrew texts, but I have excuses occasionally like this to go online and look up and find one that speaks to me. Kol Yisrael Arevim Zeh Bazeh. All the Jewish community is responsible for one another, and you live that every day. You're the ones who bring the heart and the kindness and the dedication that keeps Temple B'nai Torah thriving. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything you do. You matter, and we as a community are so lucky to have you. Thank you.
Shakar.
Shakar.
Amen, amen. I'm going to invite Amelia up now, who's going to help us leading Shema Ve'ahavta. Continue on page 34.
I thought it was me for a second.
That must be very confusing. Ya da 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 da, ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da, ya da 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 da, ya la 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 la. Ya da 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 da, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. ברוך שם כבוד, שם כבוד מלכותו, לעולם, לעולם ועד. ברוך שם כבוד, שם כבוד מלכותו, לעולם, לעולם ועד. יא לה 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 לה. יא לה 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 לה. With all of your heart, your soul, and with all of your might, you shall teach your children to hope, to love, and to know what is right. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Stay up here. We're going to continue with Micha Mocha on page 40. Amelia is going to stay up here because most of our Bar Mitzvah students come up and do Shema Ve'ahavta, and then they go sit down on Friday night. And Amelia was like, I want to do more. So Amelia will be helping us lead Hashkivenu in just a moment, and we'll stay up here for Micha Mocha. So we'll be on page 40, our Song of Redemption.
Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נעדר בקודש נורא תהילות אוסף אלה נורא תהילות אוסף אלה יא לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה 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 Ya la 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 la.
In a moment, we'll continue with Hashkivenu on page 42. And as the days get longer, Hashkivenu feels more and more like preemptive because none of us, other than perhaps my child, are going to sleep anytime soon. You've all got to get home before you do that. But there is something about acknowledging what it means to get to eventually go to sleep at night, and to hope and pray that we get to wake up again in the morning. So for that preemptive before nighttime that we are entering into, and for that blessing of being able to lie down and to rise up again, we offer the words of Hashkivenu together.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom V'hamideinu shomreinu lechaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom. V'hamideinu shomreinu lechaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom. V'hamideinu shomreinu lechaim. Lechaim.
We'll rise in a moment. First, turn to page 46. Let's start there. Yeah, and perhaps it might be nice to take a breath. Yeah, you can. It doesn't have to be. I won't tell you how or when. Just take it. But if you're anything like me, sometimes you forget to breathe for a second. Does anyone else do that? Yeah. So just a reminder before we move into this standing central component of our prayer service, to fill your lungs up and breathe. We're going to begin together on page 46. We're going to continue through page 52. We're going to have a moment for silent prayer. I'm going to share some words. And then we're going to pray for peace, which feels particularly important tonight. Please rise.
Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Svatai Tiftach. Na 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 Ufi אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואימותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה. האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומיתו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יעללוך הסלע. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
We reach for you, our God, from our quiet places. May we stand still for a brief moment and watch the play of sunlight and shadow on the leaves. Let us stop the wheels of every day to be aware of Shabbat. We need a quiet space to test the balance of our days, the weight of our own deeds against the heaviness of the world's demands. Quiet places and stillness from which we will reach out to each other. I signed an email earlier this afternoon with the word Shabbat Shalom, and then in parentheses, I'm not sure whether that phrase makes sense today, but maybe that phrase makes even more sense today, on parentheses. I think we've all been holding on a little tighter for, 2 years now. And so in some ways, the newest stages of this war in these last 24 hours maybe isn't scarier or harder for someone, but I think for most of us, it feels new, it feels harder, it feels scarier. And so many of us have people who are in Israel who we're thinking of right now. I want to acknowledge that. So I'm going to offer a prayer poem before we offer words of peace. These are written by Amy Yosefa Ariel. I'm not asking politely, I am begging. Ana Adonai, I beg of you, God, help me pray for the needs of this world. Ana Adonai, help my heart hold myself in the we of the pain and destruction we have experienced and the pain and destruction we have caused. Hoshiana, please save me from my hardened heart, from the internal armor I've built, because it feels as if there are enemies everywhere. Hoshiana, I'm in a narrow place. Please deliver me from this pit. May we succeed in finding a new way forward. Baruch haba b'Shem, may all who come in your name be blessed.
Amen.
Page 62.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו עושה שלום, עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו
Offer a blessing for healing for all those in our life and in the world in need of healing. In our community, we are thinking tonight of Jacqueline Tara Smith, Deborah Rose, Eileen Kreisman, Ronnie Haber, Ellen Gottlieb, Vanessa Bianco, Paul McCready, Glenn Letts, Carl Wilhite, Jeannie Gaston, Cindy Balin, Patty Newby, Joe Giordano, Janine Morris, Ron Louie, Sally Wildison, Marnie Gooden, Sylvia Angel, Marion Laird, Sheldon Robert, William Stangler, Lisa Bush, Patricia Barber, Kyle Asadorian, Paul Norris, Stephen Thrasher, Julie Dorfman, Laura Halper, Elizabeth Simons, Bob Cook, Tora Knapp, Jason Getler, John Huttenhoss, Nina Schechter, Alan Schwartz, Amanda Young, Jessica Abbott, Randy Oakley, and Susie Denmark. And we add to those names
Enid Beck, Martin Goldstein.
For all those names and those we hold in our hearts, we offer the words of Misha Berach, Lecholim, page 253.
מי שברך אבותינו, אברהם, יצחק ויעקב. מי שברך אמותינו, שרה, רבקה, לאה ורחל. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. Bless us with the power of your healing. Bless us with the power of your hope. May your heart be filled with understanding and strengthened by the power of your love. מי שברך אבותינו, אברהם, יצחק ויעקב. מי שברך אמותינו, שרה, רבקה, לאה ורחל. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, 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 and bless us as well.
This Shabbat, in addition to honoring and appreciating all of our volunteers, we are also formally installing our new board, which doesn't look so different from our old board. Some slight adjustments, as well as the Sisterhood board. There's a Hasidic story about a student who came to the rabbi and asked, Rabbi, what is a chassid? What is a pious person? And the rabbi answered, a chassid is a lamplighter. The lamplighter walks the streets carrying a flame at the end of a pole, and he knows that the flame is not his, and he goes from lamp to set them alight. The student prodded and inquired a little further, well, yeah, but what if the lamp's in the desert? And the rabbi responded, well, then you must go out and find it in the desert and light it. And when he does that, when he lights it in the desert, then the desolation of the desert will become visible to everybody. Okay, well, what if it's out at sea? Well, the rabbi says, then one must undress. I'm going to add, put on a swimsuit. That's not in there, but undress, put on a swimsuit, dive into the sea, and go light the lamp. This story gives us insight into what it means to be a righteous person, to be a metaphorical lamplighter, walking around with our poles ready to light up the world. It talks about saying yes to the challenge of bringing light to dark, faraway places, destinations that might even feel like absurd quests, getting to the lamps in the desert and the sea. This week's Torah portion, Parshat Beha'alotecha, adds another layer to the challenge of being lamplighters in the world. The portion begins with a commandment to Aaron through Moses. Aaron is Moses' brother. He's the second in command. He's the priest. And God, through Moses, commands Aaron to go light the menorah, the 7-branch menorah, in the Mishkan, in the tabernacle. And God says to Moses, speak to Aaron, go tell him, Beha'alotecha et ha-nerot, which means when you light the lamps, the 7 lamps shall cast their light toward the face of the menorah. That Hebrew phrase that is used, that we translate as lighting the lamps, is an unusual expression. Beha'alotecha et ha-nerot. By the end, you will all know how to say Beha'alotecha. It is, I think, the most challenging Torah portion name to say. So Beha'alotecha et ha-nerot, you can hear the word ner in there, like a ner tamid, lahadlik ner. But the word Beha'alotecha is not the verb you would necessarily expect to light something. You might think of leha'ir. As I know, I'm sure you are all thinking, yes, that is exactly what I was thinking. But the word is, nevertheless, Beha'alotecha, which means when you raise up. It's related to the word aliyah, to go up. So really it means when you raise up the lights. And Rashi teaches that the Torah has this specific word because it's meant to teach us that Aaron can't just go light the flames of the 7 branches and then walk away, but he needs to raise them up. Rashi says it means that he needs to kindle them, to nurture them, until each flame can rise up on its own. To be a true chassid, then, you can't just take your pole and go run furiously as fast as you can down the street and be done. You have to ignite each flame, give it care and attention before you move on to the next one. This is a beautiful image for leadership and for the sacred work that our volunteers in our synagogue community. Serving on our board is not just about holding a title or doing one specific task. It's not a quick check and we're done. It is about kindling. It is about helping people, projects, and dreams, each one rise on their own, nurturing them. It's about being a lamplighter. But it's not only that. And as fun as being a lamplighter sounds, there are challenges too. The Torah portion also gives us a glimpse into the messiness of leadership. The Israelites are deep in their journey through the wilderness, wandering, and Moses struggles, and the people struggle, and nobody's happy, and the people start complaining bitterly to Moses. You'll learn more about that tomorrow from Amelia. And Moses is fed up with the arguing, and he turns to God in frustration and basically is like, who even are these people? Like, where did they come from? Why do I deserve this? How come they don't appreciate anything that I do? All they want is more me. Did I conceive of these people? No, he says to God, I cannot carry these people alone. This is ridiculous. It doesn't say that, but I'm sure that everyone who has served on one of our boards at a point in time, whether as president or treasurer, committee chair, whatever it was, I'm sure you have probably felt this way at some point. Like you're doing so much behind the scenes, and then, sometimes people complain. And sometimes the demands feel a little too high, the gratitude a little too low. But in this moment, God responds not with judgment. He doesn't rebuke Moses. He responds with wisdom and compassion. God instructs Moses to appoint 70 elders to share the burden, because leading a community is not a solo act. It's meant to be shared. Serving on our board is about receiving the complaints, but also about a shared commitment to the sacred work of building and sustaining this community, like an army of lamplighters. And there's one last lesson from this portion that I want to share. As they're journeying through the wilderness, each of the 12 tribes are described as having different qualities, being different sizes, but not just that, they're each given different roles by God. And in our Torah portion in Numbers chapter 10, verse 25, the tribe of Dan is told that their job is to be the ones who bring up the rear. In English, this verse is translated as, "Then, as the rear guard of all the divisions, the standard division of Dan, would set out troop by troop." So that phrase, the rear guard, Rabbi Rick Jacobs points out that that is also an interesting word because the word there is ma'asef, which you might think, well, that sounds just like sof, like the end of something, so that maybe that's what it is, but it is not, because it has an aleph in it. So ma'asef is from the word that means to gather, to collect, to gather up. And Rabbi Jacob says, just imagine all these people trekking through the desert. There are things that get left behind, but most importantly, people could get left behind. The vulnerable, the older, the young, the ones who have trouble walking and moving through the vast terrain. And the job of the tribe of Dan was not to leave anyone behind. Sometimes that's also what it means to be a leader of this community, to make sure that everyone feels heard and valued, and to help us get to the finish line by doing what needs to be done to gather up and take care of all those things that are trailing at the end. You are the lifeblood of our congregation. All of our volunteers, but especially our board members, ask, how can I help? And when a need arises, you answer, Hineni, here I am. This Shabbat, as we install our new temple board and our sisterhood board, like Andy said, we say truly thank you. Thank you to each of you, all of our volunteers, and thank you especially to our board members. You are our lamplighters who ignite the sparks and nurture the flames. Each of you bring your individual skills and passions to make up a whole that is much greater than the sum of its parts. And you show up always ready to jump in, to offer the support needed to make sure nothing and nobody gets left behind on our journey together. May we all be inspired by our two boards to bring our own light, to be lamplighters, and together to illumine our path ahead. I'm going to invite Rabbi Dusty, who is going to offer a blessing for our new boards.
Do we want to bring them up, or do we want them to stand where they are? Bring them?
Bring them up.
Bring them up.
We made sure this whole BMO is
There's
clear.
there's space for you if you are on sisterhood board or temple board for this coming year. Please join us on the bima.
Next.
Yay! What a good group of humans.
Beautiful group of humans.
I feel like I should here. You should be able to see these people. O source of life, we are grateful for the blessings you have bestowed upon us. We offer our thanks to you for the bonds that link us all in friendship, service, commitment, and worship. We thank you for those who have been our leaders and ask your blessing for those who are just beginning their journey this evening. Eternal One, guide our new leadership, these children of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel, as they strive to reach their goals. Grant them the clear vision to meet our challenges and help them to see that just as there are challenges along the journey, so are there precious treasures. Help all of us to remember that in loving one another, we show our love of you. In listening to one another, we hear your voice. In forgiving each other's shortcomings, we acknowledge your perfection. And in serving our community, we carry out your divine will. Shekhinah, may you watch over all of us and instill within us the courage, inspiration, and wisdom to go forward and realize our goals. As we each continue our journey, may we build on the past, impact the present, and dream the future. And may we go forward from strength to strength. Thank you to each of you.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Woohoo!
Now you're really stuck. Yeah, of course. This is the worst. Wait a minute.
Those of you who are going back to your seats may remain standing once you get there. And if you are not currently standing, please rise. On page 283 at the top of the page, we will offer the words together of Aleinu L'Shabeach.
No.
Do it at the end. We'll do, yeah. We'll do this at the end.
Oh, oops.
Yeah, that was-
Yep. Aleinu L'Shabeach L'Adon HaKol, Lateit Gdula Liotzer Breshit, Shehu Sam Chalkenu Liachad Et Shemo, V'gor Aleinu L'hamlich Malchuto, V'anachnu Korim, Umishtachavim Umodim, Lifnei Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, V'ne'emar, V'haya Adonai, L'melech al kol haaretz, Bayom hahu, Yeh Adonai echad, Ushemo echad.
May be seated. We turn to page 294 now as our thoughts focus on, I'll do it after Kaddish. Not on this, as our thoughts focus on loved ones that we have lost either at this time in years past or in the recent 30 days. And on this Shabbat, as a community, we mark the Shloshim period, the 30-day period of mourning the loss of Gorm Nakrim, the relative of Irina Rappaport, E.J. Sheehy, cousin of Marnie Good, and we remember Sarah Milgram and Yaron Lashinsky. We also, on this Shabbat, observe the yard sites of loved ones, Ruth Rosemary Bezzo, Samuel Gilbert Mossholder, Bob Zimmerman, Bryce Harnick, Roselle Kleinberger, Lois Marcus, Sam Babner, Brian Eisenberg, Marjorie Rothenberg, Ida Lickerman, Jenna Thrasher, Roberta Keir, David J. Nash, Adolph Morgenstern, and Maurice Tans. If you have other names to add to our Kaddish list, or if I mispronounce a name, please share with us. If you're online, please share it in the chat, and we'll share right now. If you're able, please rise. We'll join together as one community as we recite the words of Mourner's Kaddish on page 294.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברך חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב אמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולמי עלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן.
May the one who creates harmony on high and brings comfort to us, be a source of peace and comfort to all of Israel, to the whole world. We say together, Amen.
Amen.
You may be seated. Before we join together in our closing song, we have a closing blessing and then a closing song. Supposedly, it's on page 344.
Ooh.
It is.
Haha. Look at that.
All right. I have to share.
Please,
Share? Okay.
sure.
Aaron the other day was like, get this. Do you know how amazing ChatGPT is? And I know some people have strong feelings against ChatGPT. That's fine. That's a caveat. But he goes, so I put into ChatGPT, what page is Shehechianu in Mishkan Tefillah? And it got it right.
It's a true story. It was it can't be the weirdest thing that was ever asked.
We don't need to be here anymore, right? Who
nope,
needs
yep.
rabbis? All right.
It's a technicality. It's a page number.
We will join together in our blessing, Shehechianu, which gives thanks for our ability to be present in this moment, giving thanks for our lives, and that we're here together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
And now for our closing song, which is on the other side of the Siddur on page 10. Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat shalom. What a beautiful day it is today. Shabbat. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Let's do it together.
מה יפה היום, שבת שלום. מה יפה היום, שבת שלום. שבת, שבת שלום. שבת, שבת שלום. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom. Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat, Shalom. Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom.
Brace yourself in a moment. Some kids will come charging through the door, I am sure of it. We'll conclude with Hamotzi. For those of you who normally are not on a board and normally bake for our oneg, we gave you a week off. The board and sisterhood board provided much oneg. It's all right. For the 3 people who are not on the board or sisterhood board that usually make cookies, I don't know. So anyway, on behalf of the board and sisterhood board, you can enjoy a delicious oneg. Alice, you want to come help with Hamotzi, and then that will let all the other kids know that they should come running into. What?
Amelia, too?
Amelia, do you want to come up? Oh, Maya's, yeah. See if Maya comes in. Oh, yeah, come on. Okay, go. Get the other kids. Get Maya. Kayla with the other eye.
Sound the alarm.
Sound the alarm.
Motzi, Motzi, Motzi.
What is happening here? I don't even know. You think we would do this without you, Kayla? All right.
Never.
So, Maya, come on over. Help us hold this.
Yeah.
Charlie, oh, come on. Get back up, girl. You got it. All right.
Nothing deters her.
I know.
Can't help.
All right. Kayla's ready. Let's do it.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם המוציא לחם מן הארץ
Teavo, Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom,
All right, I will
Shabbat
hold it.
shalom.
You can all take a piece.
כל השבת.
Whoa! Don't take the whole thing. Okay, that's perfect. Oh, would you like some?
You good?
Frankie.